current administration, you're going to hear complaints about, oh, government workers are losing their jobs. Just the necessary ones that were given jobs as political appointees over the last couple of years.
Exactly. Exactly. So anyway, it's it's going to be fun times. And by the way, for those of you who are wondering, there's a reason why he's appointing some of these people as czars. There's a reason why he's pushing for recess appointments. It's because if you remember, and I had totally forgotten about this until I read it. It took them forever to approve his appointments. I mean, the first year of his administration was almost bare bones. They didn't have anybody in place to handle a lot of this stuff because they were literally slow rolling his appointments in the Senate. And it was not mostly, it was Democrats. It was the resistance that was holding him back. So now what he's doing is he's saying, okay, look, I know I've got these positions that I'm going to be appointing, and I know that they have to go through Senate confirmation. Until they're there, I'm going to have these czars in place. They're the ones that are going to be coming up with the policies and putting things in place so that we can hit the ground running. What he's saying is, I'm not going to let the inefficiencies in the Senate or the Democrats hold me up from getting done what I need to get done. And that's a guy who's learned from experience.
Right. Well, listen, most presidents look at it and go, I've got 8 years to do this. Maybe they could slow roll me a little bit. But guess what? He's got 4 years. And when he says he's hitting the ground running, I'd be surprised if he doesn't run away from the inauguration to get to work. I mean, literally, gotta go.
Well, I think it's because it's not just that. I mean, yeah, totally he's got 4 years. But the truth is, he's only really got two. I mean, before he becomes a potential lame duck. If things go in the interim, in the midterms, like they normally go, well, then he's going to be battling it. He could potentially be battling a Democrat majority in one or both houses of Congress. So it's going to be a lot. It's going to be a lot tougher. He's got 2 years right now to make it happen, and I think he's determined to get it done.
If he's successful and turns the economy around like he did the last time he was president for the first 2 years, those numbers might go up.
Well, and right now it's happening. If you look at what's going on right now, it's happening just because people are excited. They're like regulations, which by the way is stuff that he can cut right. Everything that Biden undid that he had done the first term, he's going to put right back in place.
Yeah.
Right? He's going to and then he's going to go to these companies who are considering building manufacturing plants outside of the United States, and he's going to tell them, look, I've cut all these regulations. I've cut these taxes. You either build here in the United States and hire people here in the United States, or you're going to pay a huge fat tariff. And like I've said before, I'm not a fan of tariffs, but I will tell you what Donald Trump proved works: the threat of tariffs. Not clear. That's me admitting I was wrong on the tariff policy. Just so you know. I have no problem admitting when I'm wrong. Anyway, but because in the end, look, I would rather have things be effective than and have things work. That's my number one goal. I want them to work. Anyway, folks, that then brings us to our parting shots. Parting shots are brought to you by Hog Holsters. Just go to hogholsters.com. Use the discount code The Rundown. All caps, no spaces. Get your Hog Holster today. Our parting shots today are going to be brought to you by the Babylon Bee, fake news that you can count on. Now, this first one here is you can hear already. I'm sure you guys have already heard it. The ramblings about the Trump's cabinet picks not being qualified. I think just a look at these four right here. And for those of you who are just listening, unfortunately, you're going to miss the joy of this. We've got KJP. We've got Pete Boot Edge. We've got Rachel Levine, Admiral Rachel Levine. Let's not miss that. And then we've got, I don't even remember their name. But it is the assistant secretary of something that got caught stealing people's luggage. Yeah.
Yep. Luggage freak boy.
Yeah, luggage freak boy is about the name. And they're coming down on, folks like Christino, right? Who's promoting efficiency. New DHS Secretary Kristi Noem pledges to cut canine workforce by 90%.
Come on, dogs shouldn't have jobs. They should just be out running around having a
Yeah, that's not how she plans on cutting the workforce, Mike. Just all I'll say is this: is if you start seeing a lot of gravel pits in Washington D.C., you'll know she's busy about her job.
That's it. Yep.
And you know, by the way, you also know that someone is going to be effective in doing their jobs if the left is outraged, right? As is the case with Mr. Homan, the new border czar. It says here, liberals enraged at border czar vowing to secure the border.
Yeah, go figure. Yeah.
I'll tell you that it's the funniest thing. I was watching a speech that he gave to a conservative conference like 6 months ago. He said if you thought that I was tough now, you ain't seen shit. Wait till 6 months from now. Wait till 2025. I was like, ooh, okay, he's not pulling punches.
Nope.
But that's okay. Some people are not. Some people are going to be safe from the new Trump administration and all of the evils that will come with it. According to Gavin Newsom, Newsom assures Californians that they will be safe from all the Trump administration's prosperity, safety, and lower prices.
He's not kidding.
He is not kidding. He is going to make sure that we here in California do not experience joy. Since Democrats didn't get to experience joy, we don't get joy.
He's already said he's taking $100 million of Californians' money to go fight Trump policies that aren't even in place yet.
No, he's calling a special session of the legislature, which basically means they're going to give him the money to do it.
Yep.
And by the way, giving them your money.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Exactly right.
Anyway, it is what it is, folks. Anyway, that's about it for today's program. But before we go, we're going to give a quick shout out to our sponsors.
Yep, let's say hi to our good friends at Hitman Industries. That's hitmanindustries.net. Now you can get rifle and pistol barrels at rifle and pistol calibers, rifle and pistol lengths for your next AR rifle or pistol build. That's hitmanindustries.net. California Republican Assembly fighting a good fight behind enemy lines. Now you can take part in California's future today. And again, if you want the best of the field gear, tactical gear, web gear, outdoor gear, you can get everything except a gun at uscombatgear.com.
All right, folks, that's going to be it for today's program. We very much appreciate you tuning in. We appreciate you liking and sharing the program and encouraging your friends to do the same. We will be back tomorrow on Throat Punch Thursday. Till then, y'all have fun, stay safe, and if you get a chance, make sure to send a few downrange. We will holler at you mañana.